Gravey's Brewery with me, Gareth Goes Gravey. And guys, for this video, as you can see from the title, I'm trying again. I am absolutely determined to do a rye beer, but unlike the last rye beer that you saw me do, the 100% rye ale, this time I'm going a little bit more traditional, because this time I'm bringing you a Rye IPA. Here's a little look at my label, and there are the particulars. 6.7%, rather hefty. 23 IBUs, and yes, your eyes do not deceive you. Less than a week in the bottle. So before I show you the actual beer, let me tell you what I did. And for that, let's go to the footage. Okay, so as always, in 7 litres of water, I mashed 650 grams of crisp rye malt and 540 grams of pale ale malt. There was the twist. I mashed that for an hour around about 64 degrees, kind of what I like to mash my beers at. Again, that was a mash for an hour, and once I started my boil, at the start of the boil I added 4 grams of Chinook for a full 60 minutes. At flame out I added 11 grams of Amarillo. Those were the hops on the day. After about 3 days I added about 5 grams, or the rest of the Amarillo pack that I bought, which again was around about 5-6 grams of Amarillo, again after 3 days for a dry hop. And I pitched Y yeast 2565 Kolsch yeast. My starting gravity was 1066. Final gravity was 1015, rather high, for the aforementioned 6.7%. Anyway, I'm not going to beat around the bush. I want to try this. So here, without further ado, is the beer. As you can see, even for 5 days in the bottle, a very nice, thick, near enough actually creamy head. Colour, well, I'm actually quite surprised how dark this is. I want to say that's dark ruby red, almost a chestnut, almost a chestnutty red, chestnutty brown, or chestnut red. So I don't know how well you'll be able to see it. I could just see it ever so slightly. In fact, there you go. Nice trickle of carbonation. Again, if only after 5 days, a nice trickle of carbonation. Anyway, looking nice, nicer than what I thought it would be. I was kind of expecting it to be a little bit lighter, but with my previous attempts of rye beers I should have expected this kind. Anyway, let's get on the glass. This is my first one tonight. Let's get in on the glass, let's see what we get. straight off, I do get that rye. I'm actually almost getting the kind of aroma that I would actually get out of a Weiss beer or a Hefeweizen. Yeah, the estery, banana estery, almost wheaty kind of flavours. I'm actually surprised at that. Can't actually smell anything in the hops or aroma. You know, can't smell anything in respect of hops. Just smells very Hefeweizen-like. See if it tastes that way, shall we? Cheers. Actually, it does. On the flavour, again, slightly Hefeweizen-like. I don't know if it's that head, but there is a bit of a creaminess to that. And there is just a tiny hint of a nuttiness just building in the back of my throat. Again, that might be from the rye, could be from the pale ale malt, the rye malt or the pale ale malt. And I'll say that as well, actually. Them flavours are actually hiding that 6.7% actually quite well. Could be a little bit dangerous, that, because it is quite drinkable. So just to see if I can't get anything else, I'm going to go in once more. I think I'm going to have to be a bit careful. Again, that banana estery kind of flavour, that creaminess is still there. A little bit of a nutty finish. Nothing out of the hops, which is quite interesting. That's all I can say. It's not overly harsh. It's not bitter at all. There's slight bitterness on the carbonation, but that's about it. But again, for 6.7%, that ABV is hidden very well. So yeah, I'm going to leave that. Let it come to room, because I did just take it out of the fridge just before I started this video. So I'm going to quickly wrap this one up. And I'm going to say, if you like your rye beers, give it a go. I think you'll like this one. So as always, down in the description will be my recipe. I'll provide the link and I'll write them out in full as well. I'll write all the information that I've told you throughout this video. My starting gravity, my final gravity, the ABV. I think you might have seen the IBUs, 23 IBUs. It's probably why it's not overly bitter. But as always, I'll pop the link to the Brewfather website as well. So once again, if you want to give it a go, you're more than welcome. And I do believe I actually got this out of the Greg Hughes Home Brew beer book. So if you've got that and you want to try it, if you've thought about trying it, give it a go. If you want to brew the full batch, mine, as always, just a 5 litre batch. Right guys, well, that was just my hopeful quick review of this particular brew. As always, if you have any general comments, questions or queries about my beer, drop them down in the comments, we'll get some discussion going. And if you have brewed this before, whether a small batch or the full size batch, and you agree or disagree with anything I've said in the course of this video in terms of the aromas, the flavours that you got out of your beers, anything you did differently to what I did, let me know down there in the comments. We'll get some discussion going as always. Alright guys, well that's all I've got for you for this evening. So until next time, from Gravey's Brewery, this has been Gareth Goes Gravey, and I'll see you later. Cheers.